Hey, it looks like we are just about, all right, I think we are live. Yeah, it looks like we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Monday with me here today. Um, and I really feel called today to chat with you a little bit about emotional safety, emotional empowerment, um, connecting to your emotional wisdom, and how do you create that safety from within, no matter what's going on in your world, in your business. If you are a soul-led equinepreneur like me, how do you navigate, right, all the shiz and turn that shiz into gold, turn that shiz into your shine? And so before we dive in to this, what feels like a really fitting topic today, with it being the Cancer full moon, and of course, Cancer is very sensitive, emotional sign, and also wears that protective shell. So really creating for yourself the divine lines of boundaries on all dimensions: emotional, physical, mental, etc. And so before we dive into this juicy topic, my name is Helena Das, and in case we're just meeting, in case you're new to me, I am all about elevating the high vibe horsewoman, especially the equinepreneur, the soul-led biz human who is, at the end of the day, not only ready to rise to their next level in all the ways, in freedom and fulfillment, in success, in impact and influence and income, but who is truly ready to step into who they came here to be, by literally setting themselves free, by unveiling the diamond within and really shedding the layers, right, of past programming, conditioning, etc. And so I want to thank you, if you resonate with that message, for finding your way here, because that tells me that you are indeed, like me, a love leader, a change maker, a trailblazer, a movement maker, whatever word resonates for you, but you are here. You are here to be part of the change. You are here to lead with love and with your light touch other people's lives, both two-legged and four. And everything we do around here in my world on this channel has to do with partnering with the 5D, if you will, medicine of the horse, the spiritual energetics, their magic, their wisdom, as part of the unseen magic that I'm bringing to the table. And I may not always talk directly about that, but I am always channeling their their presence, their spirit, in everything that I do. So I just want to let you know that, like, for example, those are my wind horse prayer flags that you see up above. And at one point, my guides gave me the name Wind Horse Woman. And I am a very multi-passionate, multifaceted soul. And on this ever-evolving journey, I've been given many different names, and I have gone from a renegade vet for over 2 decades to horse shaman to these days what I'm being called or calling the shepreneur. And she is actually an acronym that I came up with that stands for Sacred Horse Energy. And as I mentioned, full circle, right now on my heart, I feel deeply called to empower and elevate other equinepreneurs to live their best lives, because I know that that is going to help the horses that they work with or have or connect with, and obviously also help heal the planet. So with that being said, let's chat a little bit about emotional safety. And as someone who is highly sensitive, intuitive, empathic, and by the way, I do believe that all of us are, and as are horses. And it's just a matter of how aware and tuned in we are to these energies and these gifts. And so again, if you're here, chances are you are aware of your sensitive, intuitive, empathic nature. And chances are, by the way, you also have gone through some stuff. Maybe you're going through some stuff now. And I'm here to remind you that the darker the dark, the lighter the light, that those of us who have gone through the darkest of times are here to hold the greatest light. And that we need both. We need the darkness and the light. We need the yang and the yin. We need the feminine and the masculine. And part of my job and my soul's work for myself and those I'm meant to serve is to help integrate those parts. And I do a lot of that with the medicine of what I call the dark horse. More on another conversation. I do have other videos where I chat about the symbolism of the dark horse. So I'm not going to go into that here, but suffice it to say that today, as we chat about how to create emotional safety as a sensitive soul, okay, who is, chances are, you may relate to this and let me know down below if you do, who is feeling very often the feelings of those around you, the feelings of the collective. Sometimes you may not even realize it, but you are feeling the feelings of your lineage, of your ancestors. And it can be a lot to sort out. I remember, and this is going back probably close to a decade and a half-ish, when my gifts started coming online, when I started to have more awareness around just how sensitive and empathic I was. I couldn't even walk into a supermarket without getting nauseous and sick and experiencing extreme anxiety, and I'd get headaches, and I would literally have to exit the store within 5 minutes of going there. And that didn't happen before my gifts started coming online, or, the awareness of them. They were there all the time. It was more that I was becoming aware of them, right? And it was pretty intense. And fast forward, obviously, I have learned to manage my energy, install protective, energetic boundaries, etc., all the things. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you today about, because when we are A, not aware, and B, don't cultivate rather maybe the practices to protect ourselves, to protect our energy, then it can be a very chaotic, confusing, emotionally draining experience, right? And so I don't want that for you. And so I have, over the years, developed and cultivated, this awareness and a number of different practices to help me manage my energy, protect my energy. And again, this is where if you are a horsewoman, chances are you maybe can relate, like this example is coming, maybe you can relate to that energetic bubble, if you will, when you're approaching a horse, right? Maybe you can relate to the feelings of when you are perhaps with your horse or with a horse, and their level of sensitivity to your presence, to your energy, to your actions is they're so in tune, right? And so this is something that we can learn from them, and really lean into that wisdom in terms of expanding our own awareness around our energy. Like, what are we doing with our energy, right? Because at the end of the day, when we don't do this work, when we don't learn how to manage our energy, we're literally disconnecting from our energy and we're giving our power away. Okay. And so to apply this, to perhaps more of a work or business or client kind of situation, what I have found over the years is really getting clear and refining and realigning with, for example, the boundaries around how much access or proximity people have to me directly, right? Because I work at managing my energy and I am aware of how sensitive I am, I need to do this. Otherwise, I can go into a place of being scattered or just get thrown off track, all the things, right? And even draining, it's like an energy leak where I don't understand why on certain days either I'm more tired or more irritable or more whatever it is. And I'm not saying we don't get to take responsibility for our own emotions, because chances are if we're feeling something like irritability or fear or sadness, very often there's something within us that is already exists, right? Because like attracts like, and we are all connected, right? The law of one. And you wouldn't be feeling those things if there wasn't a place inside of you that also had that too, right? And that's another conversation. But what I want to share, and I recently got this imagery from a coach that I am following, and I loved the analogy that she gave of creating your castle as the queen, right? Creating this castle that is your protection and only allowing certain people in, right? Across the drawbridge, right? Across the moat. Because you get to decide as the queen of your life and business, right? Who gets access to you and your energy? You get to decide And it doesn't mean that, you have to like cut people off. Sometimes it does. But what I am trying to say here is as we are on this journey, as we are doing this inner work, we are expanding and elevating and growing, not everyone, excuse me, not everyone is going to be a vibrational match. Not everyone is going to get it. Not everyone is going to be supportive. And therefore, not everyone gets to come with you. And you get to develop your divine discernment as to who gets to come into your castle and who doesn't. And when you put up that drawbridge and that moat, and you can also decide when you can leave and all the things, right? You are the one who's in control at the end of the day. And what I'm hoping to help you with by sharing this story is to take your power back, to reclaim your crown and your throne, and know that you get to create your reality. You get to create that emotional stability and security from within. And so that's just like an imagery, if you will, that I really loved when I heard about it. And by the way, the woman who I'm talking about is Jessica. I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name correctly. Zweig. She's the author of The Light Work. I really love her energy and her work. Anyway, what I would like to do with you today is actually share with you on an energetic level, because we know that everything starts there first. We know that our imagination literally is the realm of creation, right? Every single thing that has been created on this planet started out as an idea, right? Someone imagined it and then they created it, right? So this is why there is limitless potential and possibility to create whatever you desire, as long as you are coming from a creative consciousness versus a reactive consciousness where you're just reacting to life. We get to choose how to respond to life. Not everything, we don't have control over everything that happens. So we get to choose how to respond and therefore create our reality. So before this goes on too long, because I'm kind of in a chill mode today, what I want to invite you to do is a brief little exercise with me around really expanding your awareness around what you're doing with your energy when you are, say, stressed out or anxious versus feeling safe and secure, and how you can shift that energy for yourself. So I want you to take a moment right now and just think about anything that you are maybe worried about. Maybe it's a current challenge or problem you're going through. Maybe you're stressed about it, whatever it is. Maybe it's a relationship or a health issue. Maybe it's financial or a client thing going on. Whatever it is for you, just take a moment and tune into, close your eyes, take a moment, hand on heart, hand on the belly. Just take a moment and bring that thing, just one thing, okay? We don't need a whole bunch. One thing into your awareness around something that literally you're stressed or worried about at this time. Just allow yourself to notice for a few moments, observing without judging what happens to your body and your energy when you think about that thing. Do you feel maybe like a constriction going on in your body? Does your throat get, tight? Maybe you've got some energy coming up in your solar plexus. What happens energetically when you think about that thing that you're worried about in this moment? And just observe that, do a little body scan, notice your breath. Like, did you start holding your breath? That's something I used to do a lot, or I noticed that I can do when I get stressed, but because I have the awareness, I can shift into consciously, intentionally shifting my breath, right? So what is happening to you right now in your physical body, your emotions, your energy? When you think about that thing, and we're just going to hang out here for just a few more seconds and just notice for yourself. Just take some mental notes. Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to change it. Just notice. The last thing I'm going to have you do is give yourself a number on a scale of 1 to 10 on how intense your energetic body sensation reaction overall is to that thing. So 10 is like, oh my God, you feel so tense, you're so stressed. It's like, the energetically like through the roof, the level of intensity or stress or anxiety. And then a 1 would be like, you notice a couple of things, but it's more like a subtle whisper, like you barely notice any shifts in your energy. It's kind of a no biggie, okay? When you have that number, I'm just going to invite you to come back to the room, open your eyes, and come back here to me. Beautiful job, okay? So I'm not going to leave you there, but I want you to take a moment and feel free to share it in the comments below. And just even maybe pull out a journal or whatever, and just write down your baseline right now around this particular thing that you are stressed or worried about that's creating a sense or a lack of safety, essentially, in your body, in your being. Okay. Beautiful job. And if you need to pause this to, take your time to do this, if you're not used to doing this type of work, feel free to do that as well. So when you're ready, come back here. Now, what I want you to do is to think about, in your mind's eye, imagine with me, play along with me, and you can close your eyes again, how you would feel if that particular issue that you just thought about was resolved, taken care of. It was no longer an issue. It didn't feel like a challenge. It was maybe something that was just wasn't affecting you. There was no emotional charge, and taking it a step further, like it was resolved. So if it's, needing to have more money, right? You just received more money, right? Maybe it's an unexpected check, maybe it's a new client. Like whatever it is that was your issue that you were thinking about, and the solution or the resolution that you desire, that you feel externally, right, in your 3D is going to solve that problem, is going to help you feel better, feel safe, feel more safe, okay? Take a moment and think about that problem or issue. And remember, I hesitate to use that word because every problem is always a portal to our power and our transformation and our next level, okay? But take a moment to think about that issue being resolved and how you would feel on the other side of it. It's no longer an issue, okay? It's resolved, whatever it is. Notice how you would feel in your body now. And do what you did before, do your body scan, check out your energy, Do you feel more expansive? For example, do you feel more relaxed? Is there less tension or tightness in your body? And can you identify as well as you're feeling, noticing and observing the shift in your body? Can you maybe in your mind have 3 words to describe how you feel now that that issue is resolved? It's no longer an issue. How do you feel? Maybe you feel peace, relief, joy, gratitude, whatever those feelings are. Just 3 words in your mind. Just put those 3 words out there. And, if you want to pause and jot it down, that's totally fine. And the last piece I'm going to invite you to do is to notice that number. Now, what is the number for you that compared to before? Intensity that you felt, right? Obviously, it's going to shift because you are imagining, right? Imagining in your mind, in your body, sensation that this issue is no longer an issue. How does it feel in your body now? What is the intensity of, okay? And if you're still, by the way, noticing some, say, residual tension somewhere in your body from thinking about the issue, and or you have trouble kind of wrapping your mind around the idea that it is solved or resolved, okay, notice that as well, and notice your number. All right. And the last thing I'm going to have you do, because I don't want to leave you in this place, is we're going to take 3 conscious, slow, deep breaths together in through the nose. And let that energy flow all the way down to your root. And then exhaling through your mouth as you let the energy flow down your legs into the earth. Let's do that 2 more times, slowly, intentionally, consciously, bringing in the new, bringing in the potential, bringing in possibility on that in-breath through your nose. And then holding at the top for a second or 2. And then when you're ready, exhaling, allowing that energy to flow down to your root, down your legs, and into the earth again. One last time, breathing in through the nose, hand on heart, hand on the belly. Inviting your breath, inviting your energy all the way down to your root. And then on that exhale, emptying, letting the energy flow down your legs into the earth. Beautiful. Just hang out here with me for a couple more moments to notice how even just those 3 conscious, intentional breaths have shifted things for you. Notice if the number's gone down, if any other physical sensations or energetic, sensations that you were feeling, notice how they have shifted. And if you're still in this place of feeling like it hasn't shifted yet, and maybe you're super anxious or wound up about this, I want to invite you to spend more time simply being with that feeling and breathing with the energy wherever it is in your body and allowing yourself to move that energy through you. Like maybe put on a timer and do this for a couple of minutes or so, whatever feels good to you. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to bring you back now, but know that if you need to, you can spend more time here. And that shifting your energy and feeling better is always waiting for you on the other side of your breath and your intention and your connection to yourself, your soul, and your body. So let's just take one last deep breath in, holding at the top. And then I'm going to ask you on that exhale to just go ahead and squeeze, 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 squeeze your body as if you're wringing out a sponge. Just squeeze, 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 squeeze it all out. Ring, 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 squeeze until every last drop. And then come back to the room. Beautiful. So that was just like a little taste of what is possible for you when you slow down, when you connect with your breath, when you're intentional, when you connect with your body. And I'd love to share it down below. What shifted for you, even with that brief exercise? And as I mentioned, if you happen to be in a place where you're really like anxious or wound up, you may need to spend a little bit longer time with the breath and being with that energy. Okay. And just as a side note, I feel called to say if you happen to be dealing with any kind of really intense anxiety or PSTD, which I have experienced associated with past trauma, then this is definitely going to help you, and you obviously will need to spend more time with the breath. However, I just want to say that going deeper with the right support of either a mentor like me or someone else who does trauma-informed work, right, to just get to the root of that in your body is really important. That just want to come through, as my guides were just telling me to mention that. But that being said, either way, I truly hope that you noticed a shift, even if it was a small one today, even if your numbers just went, excuse me, from like, say, a 7 to a 5. Because in that awareness, hopefully you can see and experience how powerful you are and how, when you do this work, how you can literally shift and create that safety, create that sense of peace, create whatever feeling, honestly, it is you desire to feel. Maybe the freedom, the joy, whatever energies and emotions that you would like to start leaning into and creating more of, right? You can actually do that with your intentions and your breath. And obviously, doing things in your day that bring you joy is going to also be helpful. But what I am hoping to leave you with today is how we can create from the inside out our freedom, our peace, our safety, our security, and beyond in our life, in our business, in our relationships, etc. And so I truly hope you found value. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment down below. It would mean the world to me, and I will also help me to continue making more videos for you. And the last thing I am going to say, if you're still here and you made it all the way to the end of this video, and this is a time sensitive message. So if you're seeing this like, 2 months from now or whatever, then it may not be as relevant for you. However, if you're seeing this in are we in the second week? Today's the 13th of January, the Cancer full moon, January 2025. And if you're seeing it this week, okay, on the 16th, I am hosting a 2025 vision workshop. And if you would like to attend, the information will be down below. Just visit my Dark Horse Magic Boutique. You can learn more and sign up. And I would love to have you join me. We are going to really activate your 2025 vision from a place of being soul-led in your life and your business. We are going to help you align energetically with that vision. And we are also going to help you step into the woman or the man who's already self-actualized and realized that vision and those goals. And I want to say that it's not any old visioning workshop. I have never seen anyone else do things this way. And I am literally going to be calling in my spirit team. We're going to do an energetic transmission, and we'll be working with the 5D medicine of the horse. So with that, and anything you need to know is going to be in the box down below. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Until next time, ciao for now. Namaste.